I'm muted. Hello, everybody. KBTV under the sun. We're
doing great. We're doing great.
Doing
You're
fantastic.
doing great.
So this is not case 5. We are now on the
Under
Escapades.
We've been shuns? You said
Under
we're under the
sun.
sun.
Under the
Oh.
sun. I meant to
Okay.
say under the sun, okay?
Okay.
But we're here with the Escapades because on the day we completed case 4, we still had another hour left, but unfortunately we were not going to be around to record the next week to do case 5, so we didn't really want the gap, and so we decided we're just going to go do the Escapades. We're not going to do all of them because the last 2 take place. Canonly, it takes place after case 5, so we're just gonna cover the first 6 episodes today, just to fill in for today's recording session.
Anyway, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember what I was trying to say. So the first one is after the first trial, the first case.
Let's take a step back in time to when...
I appreciate this thing also says includes spoilers. Okay, cool. So you just kind of know. Alright.
A step back in time to when a certain someone with a red bandana was, not dead.
Yeah,
Look, we just need more Cosmo in our lives. It's 22nd November, 3:08 p.m. Supreme Court of not word again.
Judicature.
Judicature.
Supreme Court of Judicature. Defendants Antechamber 5. I will never be able to say that properly. Just look at my priceless treasure now! Myself, I have scrubbed and scrubbed, but the repellent odor of meat will never be repelled from its resplendent surface again!
Can I have it? But you have it back in your possession at least. You should be grateful, old man.
How dare you! Excuse me, but I'd just like to get at that zabuton cushion there if I could.
Oh, there's not even a table there.
Rest assured, you miserable military malefactor, this is not over! Malefactor?
Is this guy
I meant he
related
said
to
malefactor.
Natsume?
I think he's meant to say malefactor, not malefactor. Incarceration awaits those who would defraud a senior citizen for his priceless treasures.
Watch your tongue, old man. Mark my words, I won't.
Sorry, Sergeant, but could I just get at that zabuton cushion there as well?
Oh. I won't go to jail. Never. Imagine if I did. The very next day, my boy would starve without the chain of command in place to provide for him.
Oh my god, just move!
Huh? Using the child to protect yourself? Myself, I call that obstinate cowardice.
Oh, really? God damn it. And who just employed that son of a bitch? The old poor defenseless senior citizen tactic. Please stop. The only way to fight an enemy who's using underhanded tactics is with a tit-for-tat strategy.
Sorry to interrupt again, but I just need to get at that Western-style cushion there on the sofa.
Enough of this insubordination. What do you want, man?
He's been saying!
Oh, please, don't mind me. Aha! Do my eyes deceive me, or is this the wide-eyed criminal from the trial before? Wide-eyed, perhaps, but criminal, no. What is this unhealthy fascination you exhibit with the seating arrangements of others, Why were you peering under the cushion of this upholster's seat? Oh, well, the thing is... That's Kazuma.
Any luck? Did you find it?
Dang, it's been 5 million years. Hi, sir. No, sadly not. I don't think it's here, Kazuma.
You really are a liability, Ryunosuke.
Thanks.
Report, at once. Have you lost something? Is that it? Yes, we were just on our way to a party to celebrate my friend's victory here when...
I realized that my university pin badge was missing.
Come on, Naruhodo.
A university pin badge, you say?
Yes, my badge. Have you seen it?
Yes, from my collar here, you see? How do you miss something like that?
Affirmative. Uniforms must be kept in prime condition at all times. A missing badge is unacceptable.
I thought if I looked around, it would probably turn up somewhere. Like the old tale of the Koban coin and the stake. What? A parable of which I am acutely aware. It's not an old tale, but alright.
It just happened.
But I've
Wait,
That
exhausted.
just happened.
It's in the past now. It's old.
But I've exhausted my search now. Really. The only
That
logical
statement I just said
conclusion.
about being in the past, it's in the past now, so it's old.
The only
That was like 50 videos ago.
It is actually almost 50 videos ago now. The only logical conclusion is that someone must have stolen it.
Don't look at me. I don't just find any old metal objects irresistible, you know?
He's like a bird. Ooh, shiny.
Imagine what would happen if little trooper Ido here swallowed something like that.
What if he swallowed the Koban coin?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm afraid we'll have to give up, Ryunosuke. Still, if you tell the office your student number, they should be able to issue you with a new one.
That's what he doesn't remember.
What's the matter? Don't tell me.
Yeah. I don't remember my student number.
I don't believe it. I mean, this is the second time you've lost your badge, isn't it?
No, I think this is the fourth.
Third, actually. Oh, you were close.
You're all wrong.
If you didn't think you could remember it, you should have made a note of it somewhere. I told you that until I was blue in the face the last time this happened. I literally went to the emergency room, damn it.
Yes, I do seem to remember someone telling me something along those lines. Also, sticky notes didn't exist yet, so what do you want from me?
Write it in your hand. Come on, man.
We go to school, you have notebooks.
It was you, was it?
You can't even remember who told you that you needed to remember it.
Well, student numbers are 6 digits, Kazuma. Who can remember 6 whole digits?
Yume isn't exactly a long-established university, you know. All of our numbers are still rather low. In fact, they only use the last 3 digits.
Well, that might help, I suppose.
That might help.
Well, now we know it starts with 3 zeros.
Ryunosuke, it's only 3 digits you needed to remember. Just 3.
And I just remembered them. 3 zeros.
Sorry, my brain is such a disappointment. That's a mood.
Hey, you said it, not me.
That's a mood. Man, I feel that line.
Yes, well, anyway, young man, myself, I was greatly impressed with you in the courtroom today.
You just call him the criminal.
Oh, you mean me?
Oh.
A lawyer already, before you've even graduated, and such a loyal friend to this one.
This one. What's that supposed to mean?
Oh no, I still have much to learn. In fact, that was what brought home to me in no uncertain terms only last year. My Achilles heel was spectacularly exposed by my best friend here.
Indeed?
What? By me? This is the first I've heard about it.
Yes, by Ryunosuke Naruhodo. You can't have forgotten, surely. It was last summer, at that speech contest.
The speech contest? Oh, that.
Contestants had to take to the stage and deliver a public address on any subject they chose. Oh, excuse me.
You're good.
We were competing to give the most compelling and powerful speech.
And yours was great. It made a huge impression on the audience.
Obviously, since I was a budding student of law, I was determined to win. And sure enough, one by one, my opposition fell. When I reached the final at last, I came up against you.
Yes, so you did.
Not being rude, but when I first laid eyes on you, I thought to myself, this cheeky, wide-eyed, no-hoper is out of his depth. He's going to be a pushover. I'm sorry, I couldn't read that without laughing.
Oh, okay, so wait a minute. is this implying that they only met last summer?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep. That's your version of not being rude, is it?
Well, I paid for my complacency because it brought on that humiliating defeat.
So they have like a persona relationship, but they've only known each other for like a year, but they're at like rank 10 already.
Yep.
Defeat? How were your ranks compromised? My speech was going very well. I had the audience in the palm of my hand. They hung on my every word. And then, when I came to the very last line...
Yes? What happened at the very last line?
It was supposed to be a climactic end. Unfortunately, I completely fouled it up.
Never!
You mean, you stumbled on your words? Spectacularly. Even now, I can't believe I ruined it. Well, what on earth did you say, man? Rinosuke, you'd better say it. I still can't get my tongue around it.
Sure, of course. I can still recall it perfectly. What you said at the end of your speech, or rather, what you intended to say at the end of your speech, was this. Phileo?
Sure.
No, I'm reading this. I'm just trying to read this out so I don't screw it up. Is it phileo? Filio?
I think, filio makes no sense to me.
Filial piety? Okay.
Yep.
So arise, ladies and gentlemen, and applaud our forefathers' plight and the fight for filial piety. See, I still did it anyway. The funny thing is, I didn't flip on the words that you would flip when you, try to say that.
And what went wrong?
What indeed? Myself, I see no problem with the pronunciation of these paltry words.
By the way, it's filial.
Oh, it's a filial? Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, old man, I invite you to say it yourself.
Very well, then, I shall. So arise, ladies and gentlemen, and applaud our forefathers' plight, and the fight for fiddlesticks. It's impossible!
The arise, ladies and gentlemen part I delivered perfectly. But the next part had me floundering for a whole 5 minutes. Jesus Christ, 5 minutes? Okay, maybe he's exaggerating, but...
No, he's just hard on himself.
By the end of it, I was on my knees in front of the podium, a blabbering mess. I was worse than my voice actor.
And that's when the audience started to heckle you. Arise, arise, they were shouting.
Chicken, arise! Arise, chicken!
It was like a YouTube comment section.
Hell on earth!
But then, of course, this man went and delivered his word-perfect speech with a perfect ending. How did it go again?
Let me see.
Hey man, I was only paying attention to your speech. I don't remember my speech.
So, my dear fellows, the message is simple. Treat your father and mother with respect. Something like that. I love how you remember these things, Naruto, but you can't remember the damn ID on your freaking car, on your freaking, badge? What? 3 numbers!
Oh, it's our numbers, though. It's totally different from words.
Oh my
That's
god.
3 whole numbers,
He loves a
I can
Sogi more than his ID badge.
I can remember
You know
one
what? That's
number. I
valid.
can't remember 3 of them.
I can remember 3 numbers. 1, 2, and 3. I did it.
I mean, talk about stating the obvious, but the fact is, I lost to that speech.
Tongue-tied is the only way to describe it.
Well, it is quite tricky to say, I agree. The final fight for the filial piety, especially. Oh my god, I can't even say it myself.
And ever since that day, I've had this question whirling around in my head. Why did our forefathers choose such an awkward phrase? Was it to mock their children?
Fight for filial piety.
God damn it.
It's
Can you
okay.
just,
He's mad.
It's okay. He tried to say it and he failed.
Angry sound effect.
Flirts. I just wanted to see what he was trying to say. At least you're going to Great Britain soon. It might not come up much there. Oh yeah, in the original, there would be actual play on Japanese words, not actual English words. So.
Wait, go back to the script. Go back to the script.
Huh?
Ever since that day, I've had this question whirling around in my head. Why did our forefathers... I mean, it should never have been called filial piety in the flirst...
Yes.
The flirst base.
Well, anyway. Having lost to that cursed contest, I came after you to ask you a question. How is it that you never trip up on your words? I inquired.
That's easy. I forget numbers.
And you just gave me a broad smile and said...
We just mispronouncing everything today now.
Speaking fast is my hobby. I mean, really, what kind of hobby is that?
You should talk to the Micro Machines guy.
Do you think you could take your hand off of your sword? Besides, it's just a way to pass the time.
After that, you started talking to me, at me at 10 to the dozen, like you were possessed, almost. Honestly, you can't imagine the shock I suffered that day. You really can't.
You're being overdramatic, but alright. You're right, I really can't.
Speaking fast is just the sort of hobby I'd expect a civilian like you to waste his time on.
At least I'm not a thief.
Well, you have to practice, of course, but there are some simple things to start with. Like this famous one, for example. Swift samurai sword swipes silently sideways. That was a actual Japanese tongue twister in the original Japanese version, and I can't remember what it was. It's
I already forgot it.
It's the Akahachi Machi one. Akamachi, it's the colors and something like that. Like eggs, I don't know, maybe you know the tongue twisters, KB. KB?
Nope.
Oh, okay, I guess you don't know any of the Japanese tongue twisters. There's some really classic Japanese tongue twisters.
I've learned some by proxy of... This doesn't make sense to me as an English speaker because there's a phrase I was working on that it was using the verb to laugh, which is wado. But with the way they wanted to do it, it becomes wa ra wa, and I'm just like I don't know. So wada
Wada, wada, wada.
yeah, so don't, not laugh, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is weird.
Yes, even a decrepit tongue in an ailing frame such as mine can find its way around that one.
I've no doubt. It's just a bit of fun, really. I can't imagine anybody would struggle to say it. Isn't that right, Kazuma?
Why you be like that, though? Why you be like that?
Whipped samurai sword...
A blabbering mess by word 2. That's actually pretty sad.
It's not just the samurai. Every good soldier needs to be able to handle a sword.
That wasn't the point of what we were talking about, but okay.
That's why I've been busy teaching Ido the finer points of swordplay. None of this wordplay nonsense, Private. He's actually quite scary with it.
Come to think of it, not long after that, we started to attend lectures together, didn't we? And we got into that debate about family values at the Sukiyaki place on campus. Do you remember?
Yes, your argument was full of jokes and puns and wordplay, as usual. I remember it well.
Oh, was it?
In any case, I swore that I would never let myself forget the shock you gave me back then. And as a symbol of how seriously I took that oath, I decided to wear this. My red Hachimaki headband.
Because you lost at a debate?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, your Hachimaki headband's possessed, so you know.
Sorry, Kazuma.
Yes.
You've lost me there. I'm afraid. I don't see the link. What does your red headband have to do with your oath?
Because it will always remind me of that smug look on your face as you utter those tantalizing words.
What words? You mean another tongue twister?
I practiced and practiced until my tongue bled, but in the end, I mastered it.
Mastered what?
Oh no. Well, I think it's time you heard this, actually. Listen carefully now. Here goes. Red headband, lead headband, dead headband. There.
What?
Word perfect. See?
This is even better.
Aki Hachimaki, Oi Hachimaki. There was another color. There was another color.
This is even better because you messed it up, Final.
There's another color. There's another color to this one, KB. I just can't remember the color.
Well, I'm trying to think of like what colors you could do that would.
Aki Hachimaki, Oi Hakimachi, and then there's like, I don't know what the
Oro
other color.
Hachimaki? Was that it?
I don't remember, Final. You had read that line. It was a long time ago, though.
Oh, that was like years ago.
Yeah.
You know what? This calls for KV research.
Yeah, you do that. We'll be reading. I think he read it wrong anyway, so it's fine.
It's canon.
Actually been meaning to ask you about that. About the story behind your headband, I mean. I think he was trying to say, I think it was another type of hair thing that he was trying to read, and I can't remember. It's not Hachimaki, it's something else.
Well, now you know, so that I'll never forget the shock and humiliation of that day.
You probably won't find anything, KV, because it wasn't headband in the original tongue twister.
That's why I wear this red headband every single day without fail.
Oh, I'm just looking at the tongue twister from this escapade.
Ah. Well, I don't know exactly how much of a shock you think you had back then, but it can't be more than the shock you've just given me now. Also, this is exactly why I was happy that I casted Final for, like, Kazuma, because he gets tongue twisted too, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect casting.
What do you mean?
I mean what I mean. Well, I'm sorry to have to tell you, but the tongue twister I said didn't go the way you seem to have remembered it.
Huh?
It's just as famous as Swift Samurai Swords, so I can't believe you don't know it, really. It goes, red bread pan, lead bread pan, dead bread man.
Wait, what? Red pen... Red...
Uh-oh.
My God, Kazuma's turning into a robot.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! We're
We've
losing.
completely broken his logic circuit.
We're losing Final. Ah!
This is. Do you see what happens, Rinosuke? Do you see what happens when you try to play God?
God,
Defeated.
they've been streaming
De-
somewhere on this
Kazuma is blue
Yes,
screening before our very eyes.
thing with me.
Being defeated by tongue twisters. Honestly, I'm proud of myself being able to read that whole thing with Ryunosuke, the actual tongue twister. Holy shit. Alright, let's wrap this up. We're almost done anyway, so KV.
What he said in Japanese, for at least for Kazuma, it was Aki Hachimaki, Aoi Hachimaki, Ki Hachimaki.
Hachimaki.
However,
That's it.
that's
Hachimaki, that was it.
So,
And then what Kazuma was saying is Hachimaki? Well, because headband.
yes, that's what Kazuma was saying. But I'm close to figuring out how he screwed it up.
Okay, well, you will do that, and we're gonna keep going through this. I don't know if I read this line. It seems I've knocked some wind out of that headband of yours. I've also seemed to have knocked the internet out of Final, too, while I'm at it, so...
It's not too late, Private. You could always start wearing a red bread pan on your head instead.
I don't think that's as stylish though.
Your youthful vigor is manifest, young man. Your cheeks are glowing redder than your hachimaki.
Why do so many words have to be so similar?
So, looking forward to Great Britain, then? Where you'll have to deliver speeches in court in English.
I suppose I can always seashells on the seashore.
You no what? Wait, no what? Chelsea sells on the seashore?
I approve.
He can't even say the English ones. Although I think the original line was like, I think actually Naruhodo was actually asking him, is that the reason why you're going to Great Britain so you can speak in English? And Kazuma's response was like, don't be stupid.
Hey Kazuma. Don't fuck it up.
This trip to Great Britain's going to kill me.
Yeah, we have unfortunate news about that. Also, we are slightly out of time. We had some interruptions that were happening in there. Out of our hands,
So,
but...
So what he didn't get wrong was the colors. He had the colors correct. The colors were red, blue, yellow.
Yeah, that's why I was saying
What he got wrong was what the object was.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
it was,
that's why I said it was rapping, or rapper, or something.
Makigami, Ao Makigami, Ki Makigami. So, yes.
It's Makugami?
Makigami.
Achimaki?
Makigami.
Yeah.
Makigami.
I'll have to look up Maki later, because
Maki,
that looks similar to port, but the Gami is for the paper kanji.
Okay, alright, cool. Alright, so we're out of time. I thought we were gonna have time to go into the second thing, but that's not gonna happen, so that's okay. I just figured we would do something a little differently so we don't like have this awkward gap between doing case 5. So next time you'll see us, we'll be doing case 5. And we'll come
who
back.
Cosmo probably hates?
What?
Natsume.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, he probably would. We will come back to these escapades. It's just, it wasn't planned to do escapades now, but because of the timing of recordings and stuff like that, just decided we'll just do that just to start with. But now you guys have an idea what these escapades are, and there are 7 more of them. So, yeah, they're all very entertaining. So I look forward to actually going through them with you guys in the future. But for now, case 5, next video. We'll see you guys then.
It's a roll of paper.